Greetings and welcome to another excellent chess puzzle. What are we doing here? We are trying to obviously win this game. Dude, what a mistake. You can't do this. All right. I don't know what in the heck he was thinking. But he's got a problem. The problem is we're going to threaten to play this. You cannot allow this move, okay? You could do this to stop it. You could technically do... No, you can't. That doesn't stop it at all. You can technically do this actual check. Oh, wait a second. We're black. Yeah, white could check and threaten to play this, all right? He plays the stupid move. King to b2. Well, obviously... we cannot check him on the awesome diagonal. His queen would take us. But we're going to play this move. You can't play pawn takes. Find a blunder and don't play it because king to c1. Okay, and you cannot check him and guard the pawn. So the only move is this move. It's the only move, and that's by just deductive logic. That was the only move. Now he's in trouble because there's a tactic that we can use that I used myself back in the 80s. And I never saw this in any book. All right. This was something, it was completely, I guess you would say it's a hole in chess instruction from books. There are things that are not in books. I know it sounds bizarre. Almost everything lesson-wise you can learn in chess is in a book. However, there's a hole in the books. At least, and no one's read every chess book. I've got over 100 books, okay? So when I tell you there's a hole in the lesson of books, now there might be one book somewhere that I did not see that has this. But based upon my observation, and I'm skilled in science, I can tell you that scientifically, I have not seen every book, so I'm making a general statement based upon subjective experience. There may be one or two books, whatever, that has this information that I figured out from tournament play myself. And I'm going to explain this to you here. And the thing is, it is the tactic. It is not listed in the tactics books, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know for sure. Well, this one, if it would be in a tactical book, this would be a fork. I'm going to play a fork that wins the game. Okay, tell you that right now. And you're like, how can you tell me you're going to fork him and win the game? Well, I'm going to show it to you and you're going to understand that is a perfectly good question. Okay, and that's the thing. One of the things that you have to do as a student of chess is that if you don't understand a statement made to you by a master, for example, don't just blindly accept it. Question the master. Okay? Well, how can you fork this guy and win the game? It doesn't make any sense. The only fork I see is this move. That loses. And that's true. Okay? Now, the thing is, as my father said, chess is a game of mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Magnus Carlsen made some mistakes. Yesterday, Hikaru made a huge mistake and lost, okay, in the qualifiers tournament for the World Championship cycle. And he's a great player. Great players make mistakes. So, chess instructors make mistakes. I didn't make one here. But there's nothing wrong with you saying, I don't understand, explain to me, whatever. I don't agree. And then you can respectfully not agree because you don't see it. And then when you see it, you're like, okay, well done. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I have seen other guys who are like, you're an idiot. I'm like, I'm not the 400 player son. I had a 400 player guy tell me I'm an idiot. I'm like, really? I don't know. We have an 1,800 plus point differential between your rating and my rating. And you, the idiot, think I'm the idiot? One of us is a bigger idiot than the other. I'll just leave it at that. So, but I'm going to show you this tactic that's a crusher. All right, and it's not this one here. Right move. Why is this the right move? Because this is what I call the hesitation check. I'm setting this guy up. I calculated I'm going to check him. Now, I could check him on C5, and he's just going to go back here, and I could go back. I'm not losing any position, or I can go back and check him, force him here, and get another opportunity. I can repeat the position, but we're going to take that out of the equation, because if you repeat the position in one of these puzzles, you'll get a big giant red X. So I played the correct move. Why is this the correct move? Watch, Grasshopper, and you will see. I'm threatening to queen this pawn. The problem he has, the human nature move is king to a4, which loses. Why does this lose? Because I would play the forking move of queen to c6, check, forcing a queen trade, and he cannot stop my pawn. This is the key. All right? So I check him. Where did he go? He goes here. He has to go there. Okay, so now I'm setting him up for another crusher. Ugh. Not this move. This move is irrelevant. Check. He goes back to a3, obviously. I need to fork this guy. So I play a5, pawn sacrifice. Now, this is a decoy sacrifice. If he takes it, I'm going to annihilate him. All right? I see this. I don't know if you see this yet, but if you do, fantastic. If you don't, prepare for the spectacular result. A5 check. And now I told you, did I not? I'm going to win this game with a forking tactic. The fork tactic, his king is now, this is the key. This whole fork tactic is based upon the fact his king can never stop this pawn. You probably see it by now. Kaboom. Missed it by that much. Okay, now there's another level of this tactic. I'm going to show you this one. I'm not going to show you specifically because I can't show it to you, but I'm going to give you, there's an extra add-on. Now, you've now, if you don't know about this before, you now realize that there is a potential, when you have a positional advantage in the endgame, which is this advanced D pawn, if you can trade the final piece off, the king can't stop it unless he's in the square of the pawn, which is here, 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3. Okay? I've done this in a game, or in games actually more than once, in tournaments, where I sacrificed a piece to do this forking to get rid of the key defensive piece of the opposition, where I would, sacrifice a knight or a bishop to attain a positional win. Like this is a positional win once I check it. Positionally, this game is now won for black. There's nothing that white can do. Magnus Carlsen cannot help you. It doesn't matter. Not you personally, but my opponent. Okay? He's outside of the square. The square is a 3 by 3. He's outside of the square. Push, game over. He's always going to be one square behind. You can do this and give away material, bishop, rook, or knight, or in some cases, the actual sacrifice of the queen itself to gain this positional advantage that allows you to win the game with a fork or some other tactic. It really doesn't. It could be a skewer, whatever. But I told you way back in here that I play this move to set up a forking tactic that will win the game. That's how. So hopefully you learned a valuable lesson. That we took this pawn, he runs away, he sees that he could run away, okay, I'm running away, I'm not dead lost, you're dead lost, okay, he doesn't see it, and basically chess is a competition between two players, who sees the most? The guy who wins saw something in the future that the guy who lost did not see. That's what chess boils down to. So this is why you want to maximize your knowledge and skill so that I can do this. And I've done this to masters. Boom. Not the specific exact position, but I've used the exact same concept to beat actual chess masters. So it's real and it works. Hope you enjoyed that lesson. That was a fantastic lesson. See you guys later. Like and subscribe.